Happy Thursday, everybody. Sorry I'm a tiny bit late, but I have a real good reason for it. And I may not even be late, but we'll see. First question of the day. I'm going to give the bread a whirl. I have psyllium husk, but it's whole husk. Should I powder it first? Yes. You should powder it first. The powder that I use is basically psyllium husk that you can put in a blender or whatever and powder it up. The reason I'm a tiny bit late, I just got an email from Wes from Highfalutin Low Carb. And if y'all don't know who he is, you definitely should. I've been watching him for probably 4 or 5 years now, and he wants to try my bread recipe. So I am super excited. I was in the backyard doing cartwheels out there. So sorry I'm a tiny bit late, but I'm a little bit excited about that. So anyway, it's 5:40 in Kansas. Are you live now? Yes. And give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And let me know if you know that I'm live right now. Oh, never mind. Apparently I'm early. I'm going to stay right here until you're on because Grandma has a tendency to wander off and get distracted. I swear I have the attention span of a fruit fly. Hey, I understand you. I'm the same way. So, yeah, but I'm glad you're here. Why did the pizza want to be a comedian? To tell the cheesy jokes. Carrie, thank you for being here. I appreciate your cheesy jokes every week. And hey, Lynn. I feel like I'm waiting for Elvis. No, I'm definitely not Elvis, but I appreciate you waiting for me. And hopefully we'll have a good time tonight. I've enjoyed all these lives that we've done together. So I really appreciate these. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and that way YouTube knows that y'all like it and maybe recommend to more people that need to know about keto or have questions about keto or whatever the case may be. So yes, Lynn, I am so excited about this. Yeah, Wes he's been my favorite for years. So I'm super excited about this. So y'all, tonight I'm sipping on the last of my pumpkin spice syrup from the pumpkin spice latte video. And so I got to make some more because I love it. I'm not a real big like flavored coffee person, but this time of year I kind of am. So I'm going to make some more of this so I can make some more pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice coffee, because even if you don't make the latte with the keto milk and everything, you can put this, you can put the syrup in your coffee to flavor it, and it's really good. So great. Thank y'all. Glad you can hear okay. There's no way for us to tell, like when you go live, like I could be talking and you might not hear a thing, and there's no feedback from YouTube on that. So appreciate y'all giving me the feedback on that. Hey, Bill. Hey, Joe. Cleveland, Ohio. How's the weather up there in Cleveland, Stephanie? Thank you, Janine. Thank you, Tony, and hey to everybody. Absolutely. Yeah, Joe's got, Fort Lauderdale. I mean, y'all got it made down there. Y'all always have the good weather. Oh. Lynn says you might need to model the whole t-shirt. I don't want to give anything away too early, but my video that's coming out on Saturday, because we hit 25,000 subscribers, and hey, y'all please hit the love, hit the likes, hit all that for 25,000. when I first started this, I never would have thought I would get to 25,000 subscribers, and I'm there. So I wanted to do a video about 25,000. I want to do something kind of special, and it's kind of funny. It's very funny, actually. I think anyway. You may not, but this is the T-shirt that has something to do with my Saturday video. So, I do a little Tupac in my videos sometimes, but my absolute favorite, I came up in the 90s and the 80s. I was a big 80s hair metal guy. So like Poison, Motley Crue, all that kind of stuff was my thing. But once these like 90s rappers came up, that was kind of my thing too. And Snoop Dogg was my favorite. So I did kind of a funny video for Saturday with Snoop Dogg and one of his recipes from his cookbook. And I hope y'all like it. The gang's all here. Absolutely. Hey, Carolyn down in LaGrange. Yeah, ZZ Top did a song about y'all. I love Wes too. I have his cookbook, says Janine. And yeah, I don't have the cookbook, but I need to get it because I'm sure it's got some good recipes in it, and I can probably do some of those. So I'd like to do it. JC Views Vids. What do you miss the most from your old life of eating? Just curious. Oh, that's a great question. Well, I mean, I think the biggest thing I missed was probably French fries, which I just did the video on the other day. And I'm actually working on one right now of my own. Kind of taking a lot of hints that I got from people that watched the video, and they kind of gave their input on that. And so I'm kind of working on my own version of a keto fry. But I would say fries was probably the thing I missed the most. Everything else that I missed, I've kind of made my own versions of and made them keto. And so like the green bean casseroles and the mashed potatoes, which I use Chris Cook in Nashville's mashed potatoes. A lot of those, like, I always like the comfort foods, really. And so those are the things I probably miss the most, which is why I've kind of tried to make keto versions of those so I can still have them, because if I can't have them, I'm less likely to stick to it, because I mean, the things that I love. Pecan pie. I love that. So I made a keto version of that. And so by doing that, I feel like I'm a lot more likely, and I mean, in my head anyway, I'm going to stick to this long term and forever, in my opinion. And so all the things that I missed, I want to make versions of, or find other people that made versions of it that are better than what I could come up with, and put those out. So like that fry video, I had tried several different things to make keto fries, and I couldn't come up with anything that I really loved. And then somebody had made a post on the Facebook group, the private Facebook group, that they made burgers on July 4th and made this Heavenly Fans French fries. And so I'm like, well, I didn't know what it was, so I had to Google it because I hadn't heard back at the time, and I'm kind of impatient. So I just Googled it, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's this recipe, and that kind of looked like it. So I made those, and I think it was better than anything I could have come up with at the time. But now that I've got the base for it, I can come up with something really good based on the basics of that. It's a lot of bases, but anyway. So I'm going to come out with a new version of that pretty soon. I've already been kind of testing it using coconut flour instead of almond flour, because I know a lot of people don't like the almond flour. And so I'm going to come out with that pretty soon, as long as the testing goes good. So I've tried it a couple times. Oh, I got to scroll up. Law Nerd Papa, hello. Been looking forward to tonight. Well, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you being here. I'll be honest, my husband and I actually roast our own coffee beans. Hey, that's an art form. Uh, that's something I have not tried. I would. I don't even think I'd want to try it because I got so much going on right now. But hey, if you roast your own coffee beans and you got a good blend, I would love to try it. Donna sent me this blend of coffee that she likes, and this Winter Magic, which is absolutely phenomenal. But if you got a good one, then let me know. I'd love to try it. So, matter of fact, I'm sipping on some of that Winter Magic tonight with some of that pumpkin syrup that I made. So, Bill says, why are keto ingredients so expensive? Because it's a good question. I think they're so expensive because there's not a huge market for them, because the standard American diet pushes all the cheapest stuff that you can possibly get. So when somebody comes out with a keto, like a sweetener, for example, there's not billions and billions of tons of that keto sweetener being manufactured. So the people that make the ingredients to make that sweetener don't have any incentive to make it cheaper because there's not that huge demand for it. Plus, they don't get subsidized from the government. I probably shouldn't say that on this because, but the government subsidies are huge for the crop, especially corn. I mean, corn is one of the biggest subsidies the government gives out, which is used to make high fructose corn syrup and corn syrup and all the things that are on the standard American diet that you just don't want. So once the demand gets bigger for keto ingredients, the price will go down. But until we spread the message and tell everybody that you can be healthy, have all the foods that you want, and the price is going to stay high because the demand is not there yet. The more demand there is, the cheaper the prices get, in my opinion. Oh, sorry. My coffee is just black and decaf. Yep. I do black coffee mostly in the mornings, but sometimes at night, especially on these lives, I'll put a little sweetener in there, put a little cream in there or whatever. Stephanie says, I love all things pumpkin. Me too. Fall is my absolute favorite time of year. I love everything pumpkin, everything about it. The pumpkin spice craze at Starbucks. I got the solution for that. Even though somebody told me on the comments that, hey, even though that the pumpkin spice latte might be keto, it's not healthy. I mean, it's pretty healthy. Hey there in Wisconsin, congrats on 25,000 subscribers. Yeah, I never would have thought that when I started this channel, but I'm so appreciative for everybody watching and everybody that subscribed. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully I'm coming out with some good stuff that you like. Snoop Dogg had teamed up with Martha Stewart for a while on the Food Network. Yep. And I never would have thought that. That was quite the unlikely combination, but it was a lot of fun to see that. Wish he'd team up with me, even though I did a video with Snoop Dogg. I wish the real Snoop Dogg would team up with me and we could do a little keto cooking together. That'd be awesome. Hey, from the Texas Hill Country. Hey there down in Texas. Lynn says, always look forward to your Saturday morning videos. Yeah, lately they've been kind of dessert stuff. I know a lot of people love the desserts, and I love them myself. I eat a little bit of something every night. I don't go crazy with it, but I make I make a couple desserts a week and just have a little bit every night for sure. So Trish said, "Hey all, hope you're having a great evening so far. Anyone excited for the Chiefs game tonight?" No, I'm just kidding. I think Patrick Mahomes is a fantastic football player. I'm not a Chiefs fan. I'm a Falcons fan. Unfortunately, been a Falcons fan all my life and will continue to be all my life because that was the closest team to us back in the day before the Panthers came around. But yeah, I'm excited for some football for sure. So uh, Chiefs or anybody else, but yeah, Mahomes is a great player. Kelsey, I mean, y'all got a great team. Maybe one day we'll get in Atlanta, but I'm not super confident about that right now. So we'll see. My husband's ringtone is LaGrange. Yes. Home out on the range. That's right. Loves ZZ Top. Haven't done that in a while to roast beans and have to do decaf now, so don't have a way to do that anymore. Roasting beans. So yeah. Sounds like a lot of you do your own coffee, which is awesome. I like to buy them because I'm making these recipes all the time now, so I don't have time to roast coffee beans for sure. But I do love some roasted coffee beans, especially a good roast that's got some good flavors in it. I love that. I miss mac and cheese until I had 2 Crazy Ketos carnivore mac and cheese. So tell me, is that the kind of like Chris Cook in Nashville does with the shrimp? Is that the carnivore mac and cheese that they do? Hanging in there, treading water with finances, trying to go forward. Hope everything works out good for you there. Hello from New Mexico. Hello from South Carolina. I bet our weather's better than yours is right now. So we've had like a cool week. Normally, this time of year, it's still in the 90s here in South Carolina. And we've had the high today was like 82. So it was incredible. I really enjoyed it. It's been a nice change, but I'm sure our 100 degrees will come back a couple weeks when we're not expecting it. So if I go out to dinner and order a baked potato with my steak and hollow out the potato and just eat the skins and adhered with butter, is that okay on keto? I would say yes. I would say the skin will be fine because it's going to be mostly fiber, and you're not going to have a whole lot of carbs in that. Myself, I would rather have the veggies. Just substitute the veggies instead, so that you actually have some substance in there. But yeah, if you just want to eat the skin, I think that would be fine. I don't have the carb count in front of me, and I don't have all of it memorized, obviously, but I think that would be fine because the skin's going to be mostly fiber, and then whatever they put on it, and probably it's going to be butter or olive oil, and they're going to have some salt on there. So I think that'd be fine. One step at a time, absolutely. Lynn, 25,000 subscribers is so exciting. I think that's probably how many people live in my entire town. That's an interesting way to look at it. Lynn, hey, I'm still blown away with this. The way I was thinking about it is like when I go to see a concert and the amphitheater that I go to in Atlanta holds like 18,000 people. And I'm like, holy cow. Like if it's sold out, that's how many people are subscribed to my channel. So, I mean, it's a very humbling thing. And I mean, I still can't believe it, but I'm so happy about it. And I just really appreciate everybody watching. And I really just still can't believe it. But I thank each and every one of you for subscribing and being here and supporting what I do. And hopefully it's made a good change in your life one way or the other. Hopefully I've done a recipe that you missed that now you can have again and make it low carb or keto. And that's why I'm here. So really appreciate that. Yeah, like when I sell out as many, I mean, it's not selling out, but when I have as many people that are subscribed to me as like Poison or, one of my old hair metal bands could sell out at an amphitheater. I mean, that's pretty humbling thing. So I really do appreciate it. But that's how I kind of look at it. And I just want to make stuff that y'all like. So over the past 4 years, I've managed to keto-fy every food I like except pasta. Still looking for that. Janine, the 2-ingredient pasta recipe that I did is really, really good. We probably do something with that once a week or so. So check that out and see if you like it. I mean, there's some really complicated recipes out there that are really good noodles, but if you want something simple, which is, 90% of what I do is going to be real simple stuff you can make. That 2-ingredient fettuccine Alfredo that I did, you can use that as a base for pretty much everything. Cut it a little smaller for spaghetti, cut it a little bigger for fettuccine. But I think that's a real good recipe. It's just one of the, basically I took that flatbread recipe that's been everywhere, just don't quite cook it as long. And just check that video out and see what you think. My son that's not keto loves it, and he can't tell the difference between that and the regular Alfredo noodles. So hopefully that'll work for you. Seeing Two Crazy Keto's mac recipe, haven't made it yet. So yeah, y'all let me know if that's that shrimp, the shrimp pasta. I'm working on something for that and some macaroni based on kind of that noodle recipe, but not quite there yet. Have you done fried radishes like home fries? I have not, but I have done mashed radishes for potatoes using the potato extract like I did in the fry video. And that came out really good. So I probably need to try that, but I have not yet. Trish said, I got to explain to a bunch of Yankees last night, there is no brown gravy in the South. Yeah, I did a brown gravy recipe that, because there's like chicken fried steak or country fried steak. And one's got brown, one's got white. So I did a brown gravy recipe also on my channel. So, and it's really good. It uses beef broth or beef bone broth, and it's really good. So Trish, I moved from New York to Oklahoma. It was quite the surprise, I bet. I love that you make recipes that are fairly simple and work. They just taste good. Thank you so much. That's one of the things I want to do because I've seen so many complicated recipes with so many different ingredients that you got to buy and complicated. And, I just like to make simple things. I always have. And that's one of the things about Southern cooking. You can make absolutely delicious stuff with simple ingredients. That's what I've always liked to do. And that's what I want to try to bring over to my keto recipes. So hopefully that has happened. And so simple and delicious is what I'm all about. So I appreciate that you enjoy them. Try to do that with people in my church since I've been carnivore. They no longer look at me like I'm from Mars. Yeah, if you got some really good recipes, people will eat it and enjoy it, and you have no idea, or they have no idea that it's keto or carnivore. If you got a really good recipe, it'll work. I went from pre-diabetic to normal, so I will also stay keto. Great job. Hey, Delilah, how you doing? I saw someone in here had a whole fridge full of your delicious food in it. That's great, but they're making my fridge look kind of lame. I can't keep up with all your good stuff. Yeah, Donna has made like every recipe that I've done for the last couple of weeks and put it in the fridge. And I wish my fridge looked like that, because the problem is, like, I'll make a recipe, and then once I get done editing it and putting it out, it's gone. and then I put the video out, and I always rewatch it on YouTube just to make sure like the music's not too loud, like the lemon dessert video that everybody freaked out about. But I always try to watch it again, and then I'm like, man, that was really good. But now I've moved on to the next thing because I got to have a new video coming out, and I'm like, man, I got to make that again. So it's a struggle, creating recipes on here. But yeah, Donna did a great job, and she's on the private Facebook page too, which the link's down there. If you're not a member of the private Facebook community, she does all the reviews of all the recipes, and she's brutally honest. So if you if you want a brutally honest review of my recipes, she puts them in that private Facebook group. So I'm the moderator of it. So if you just go down and click on it, I'll let you in. It's totally free and everything, but it's just a place where everybody can go, and you don't have to worry about it getting on your normal Facebook feed if you post something in there, because it's private. And a lot of people post the pictures of my recipes that they make, or other recipes that they make, or other recipes they like, or just comments, questions, things like that. And I kind of made that space so everybody could go in and just be able to hang out, talk to each other, encourage each other, and it's a good thing. So, hey, if y'all haven't liked this video, go down and hit the like button down there, just to let YouTube know that you're enjoying it, and let me know you're enjoying it too. So I would appreciate it. Let's see. I mean, if you want some coffee, my host said yes. Yes. Yes, I don't ever drink coffee at night, ever, except for my lives, because normally during the day I've done a lot of strenuous work, and so I really want to be in here and present with you guys when you ask your questions, and just hang out and have a good time. I really enjoy this, and I had planned on not doing these but like once a month. And I had so many emails and so many people message me and say, hey, I really enjoy this, and I really enjoyed it too, but not a lot of people were watching, but there's more people watching now. And so I really enjoy doing it and being able to answer your questions and just hang out. That's the main thing. We need to have a community that we can all support each other and everything. So let's see. I missed the first few minutes, so put you on 2 times speed to get caught up. I bet that sounds terrible. I sound bad enough on regular speed, but 2 times, I bet it's terrible. But anyway, too funny at that speed. I bet it is. Yeah, awesome news about Wes. Yeah, I was so excited to hear from him. So pumpkin rules in my house right now. Absolutely. It seems like the fall season is getting earlier and earlier every year, but like here it's gotten cool, and I'm really enjoying it. I love the pumpkin. Fall is probably my favorite season of the year, mainly because of football season, I think, but that may or may not be. But I love all the pumpkin stuff, and 8 months out of the year, I hate all the flavored stuff. I do black coffee, I do all that. But then this time of year, I just like to kick it up a little bit, do a little pumpkin or whatever it is. Kathy says, I'm new to keto. Is shredded coconut okay or a no-no? I use coconut in a lot of recipes. The thing I would say to anybody about keto or low carb is you got to kind of know where your cutoff is. If you're trying to be in ketosis, if you're trying to be low carb, you don't really have to worry as much about it, because you're just going to naturally eat foods that are low in carbs. You're not going to eat sugar. You're not going to eat fruits other than berries or whatever. I do a lot of coconut, and it is okay, but just check your carbs. See if you're trying to be in ketosis, find out where your cutoff is, and just kind of, I tell everybody on a lot of these recipes, and I don't post the macros on my recipes for a reason. I've tried a ton of other people's recipes that say, hey, this is 4 grams of carbs. And even when I when I subtract out everything and get net carbs, it could be 12. So I don't want to mislead anybody. Put in, I mean, to me, everything I make is low carb. And it works for me. I've lost 75 pounds. I've cured a ton of conditions that I had. Some I didn't even know I had. But do Carb Manager, some sort of app like that. Put in the exact ingredients you're going to use, and figure it out that way. But yes, shredded coconut, unsweetened shredded coconut is fine in my opinion. Congrats on the 25K. Thank you. I made a great pumpkin spice syrup with allulose. I've been using in my coffee, on yogurt, with pancakes, etc. It's just allulose with water and pumpkin pie spice. A smidge of xanthan gum. That sounds good. I like that pumpkin in mine, like that puree to get that real pumpkin taste. Yep, unsweetened coconut shreds, absolutely. They're going out of their gourds with all that pumpkin they like. Absolutely. Lynn says, Victor plus Snoop is too much fun. Oh, wait till Saturday. I had a good time with that video. I actually was going to do that video when I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I was like, well, what's the use in that? Because nobody's going to see it. And so I decided when I get to 25,000, I'm going to put this video out. And so it is so much fun. Yep. Just make sure it doesn't have sugar. Yes. One of the things you have to read all the ingredients now on anything. Like the ginger that I use, somebody pointed out the other day that it has fructose in it, and it does. But like the coconut curry recipe that I make, it doesn't have, it's only got a tablespoon in it. So among 4 servings, it's like 3 grams of carbs. But I mean, you would think that they would like mince up ginger, put it in water maybe, and bottle it. No, they got to put sugar in it. So you just have to be real careful and read all the ingredients of the things you buy, because they will stuff a lot of crazy things in there. So that would be a fun video if he had Snoop Dogg. I actually do have Snoop Dogg-ish. So you just have to check it out and watch it. It was a lot of fun. Y'all be tripping about this thing. I live in Bills country now. I fly both flags. Bills. Oh man. I wish the Falcons were as good as the Bills were, but hey, we're trying. So glad to be here tonight. Am I the only one getting commercials on live? Love your lives. Yes. So YouTube does put commercials on the lives. If it goes over a half hour, they're going to put commercials on it. So most of mine have been 2 hours lately. So they do put commercials on them. And so you can fast forward a little bit once you get back in. No commercials here, but I got YouTube Premium. Yep. YouTube Premium is a way to not get any ads on anything. So that is one thing to do. But yeah, they do put commercials on the lives. We appreciate the recipes. Thank you so much. Well, I really enjoy putting out the recipes. So every week's a new challenge. Like, what can I make this week? What, like this, the pumpkin cheesecake was awesome. The pumpkin spice latte. I'm like, as soon as Starbucks put out the pumpkin spice latte, I'm like, well, I got to do a version that people that don't want all that crap can make. And, if you don't want 52 grams of sugar or 75 grams of sugar, if you do the big one, let me do one that everybody can make so that you don't have to miss out, but you can still have something as delicious as the people are going to go spending like $9 on this thing that's just going to kill them. So anyway, don't get me started on that. Hello from Tuscaloosa. Wes went to college here in Alabama at Montevallo and was in musical theater. His teacher's a friend of mine. I knew I liked Wes when I ran across this channel. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. All right. Well, I'm a Clemson fan, so y'all are probably going to kill us this year. We are not looking good so far. We got killed by Georgia. We'll probably get, I don't even know. I don't even want to talk about football because we did so good for so long. Then all of a sudden, Dabo's not using that transfer portal and all that stuff. And anyway, yep, there's ads. Two crazy ketos, mac and cheese, shrimp and bacon. All right, well, that sounds good. I mean, you can't go wrong with shrimp and bacon, in my opinion. But I'm working on a little something with some keto macaroni that's real easy to make. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting close. Glad to be here again. Well, thank you for being here, Catherine. I appreciate you being here. Trish said I tiptoed into low carb, then keto, now ketovore starting late summer 2023, down 75 since then. Total 160 so far. Trish, that is absolutely amazing. And that is a testament to how keto and carnivore and low carb works for everybody. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. I mean, that's a whole other person. And congratulations to you. And keep up the good work for sure. Not many diets can say that, and I've pretty much tried everything just to know how they worked. If for nothing else, I knew that keto worked a long time ago. I'm not going to say how long, but it was a long time ago. I knew it worked. We did an old 70s bodybuilders diet, and so I knew that worked back then. But I've always wanted to experiment with different things and try different things. And so I've tried just about everything. And I can tell you for sure, as far as the blood work numbers, as far as how I feel, my energy level, inflammation, all those things, ain't nothing going to beat keto or carnivore or low carb point blank. And I have tried them all. And if you want to know, put down in the comments a diet you've tried, and I'll let you know if I tried it or not. And I'll tell you how it did. Can't wait to see what Wes does with your bread. I mean, I am so excited about that. I hope he likes it, because if he doesn't, then I'll probably just have to quit. But with everybody that's made that bread so far, in the private Facebook group, all the pictures I've gotten, all the rave reviews that I've gotten, I mean, I can't imagine he doesn't like it. But and I love it. So my wife hates, number one, she hates anything that tastes like eggs other than eggs. And I kind of mask the taste of that using bacon grease. So she hates anything that tastes like egg. She hates anything that tastes like pork rinds. She cannot eat pork rinds. Now I can take pork rinds and dip them or eat them plain. I love pork rinds. She hates them, and she loves that bread. So hopefully he loves the bread. Hopefully I'll love the bread. And according to the reviews I've gotten so far, it was worth the effort that I put into it to make it. So let's see. Hey, Patty, how you doing? DIY says down 50 pounds. 50 pounds is awesome as well. Yep. The coconut N equals 1 for a couple weeks. Yeah, and that's that N equals 1. If y'all are reading this is kind of what this is an old science experiment. Like, you start eliminating things and getting down to like almost a carnivore level if you've got a lot of serious health conditions, and then start adding things back slowly and see what your body does and see how your body responds to this and this and this. And it'll let you know what you can eat and what you can't eat. You can go have the allergy test and everything like that too if you want. But the easiest thing to do is just go down. If you got serious health conditions, go down to a baseline level of just basically meat and not a whole lot else. Some, low starch vegetables, and then add things in slowly from there, and you'll know what works for you. Lynn says you're well on your way to that 100K YouTube plaque. You'll do it. Lynn, I hope so, because at that point, if I can get there, then I won't be doing my day job anymore, and I'll be able to come up with a whole lot more recipes and help a whole lot more people, hopefully, and have a whole lot more time to create things instead of me being up in the middle of the night editing videos and doing voiceovers and missing things. And man, it's a mess. Somebody inevitably will comment on one of my videos like, "Oh, well, you said this." Like the other day when I did this fry video, I woke up at like 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, I need to get this done. I need to finish this video. And I had been working on a recipe with cornbread extract that day. And of course, this is potato extract because it's a potato thing. It was fries. So I'm using the mashed potato extract in it. But when I did my voiceover, I said cornbread extract. And I'm like, and I didn't even notice it. I edited the video, put it out the next day. It was going good. And somebody said, well, why would you use corn extract? I'm like, what do you mean? And so I watched the video and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I didn't say mashed potato extract. I said corn. So anyway, eventually one day I'm going to get to the point where hopefully I can make sure these videos are perfect. The description is perfect. The recipes in the description are always exact. But I might say something crazy on the video. You never know with me. But hopefully y'all know that if you've been watching me this long. And, something crazy is going to happen all the time. And I do hope I get to that 100K. So that would be awesome. And that means I'm helping a lot of people, which is my intention for doing this whole thing. I made up a keto chow that someone gave me some flavors they didn't like. The one I made for tomorrow's cantaloupe. Yeah, I saw they had a cantaloupe flavor, which, I don't know. To me, that does not sound great, but let me know what you think about it. Oh, Sal, thank you for the super chat. Southern Keto, Southern Cooking and Keto, be the best. Absolutely. Hey, thank you for that. Appreciate you giving me a little money for this, and that'll go towards some ingredients and my next recipe. So I do appreciate that. Big congrats. Delilah says, big congrats on 25K. You definitely earned it, and looking forward to many more. Absolutely. Me too. I am so stoked about that. I couldn't even believe it. So Janine, try Chris Cooking Nashville. He has a great noodle recipe too. Uses chicken. Yep. So yeah, if you got the time to cook up a good noodle recipe, definitely Chris's is awesome. You can count on every recipe he does is going to be legit, just like mine. His are a little more labor intensive, but well worth the effort. Mine are going to be easier. And maybe my noodle recipe is not quite as flavorful, but if you're pressed for time, then try mine. I think you'll really appreciate it and like it. So, I know when I worked at Cracker Barrel when I was in South Carolina, I made a lot of sawmill gravy. Absolutely. And so I got a video for that same gravy. Contessa says, new to your channel, how do I get your recipes? So every video, I put the recipe down in the description. Hopefully next year I'm going to do a cookbook as well. I'm really hoping to do that if time allows. And, it takes a lot of time to do that, but hopefully next year I'll be able to do a cookbook. But for now, yeah, every recipe of every video I'll put in the description so you can copy and paste it, print it out. Donna she sends me a PDF of all hers that she does. She keeps them all in like a notebook. And so you can do that. And hopefully next year I'll have that cookbook out. So Joe says, Two Crazy Ketos use shrimp as noodles, not as an ingredient. Okay. Yep. So that'd be good. I hope mine comes out really good once I get it perfected, and it'll be just as easy. I hope. Dennis at Black Tie Kitchen has a great video on mashed cauliflower. Yeah, I've got a mashed cauliflower too that I do. I'm probably going to do another one soon because I've come up with a couple little hacks on how to make it not taste as cauliflowery. So we'll see. Fia Roberts says, I made this keto pizza crust this weekend. I was so happy. Added a little garlic powder and baked it in a 12-inch skillet. Came out perfect. Awesome. Yeah, I was real happy with that pizza crust. We probably have one of those a week now. And yeah, you can do it in a skillet. Somebody commented today that they didn't want to do the parchment paper. And you don't have to. You can grease a pan, spray a pan, do it right in that if you want to. So, and y'all, I'm sorry. I've got some allergies. I do. If y'all don't know, I do pressure washing. I go into a lot of like real bad situations with algae and mildew and all this stuff. And I have to spray chemicals, and like I can barely hear right now. So if my voice is coming across kind of crazy, then just please excuse me. But I've come across some really bad houses lately. So y'all take care of your houses. If you got a house, don't let it get totally green before you get it cleaned. I'm just telling you, it's been rough. But anyway, Fia Roberts, we make keto chocolate covered almonds with Lily's chocolate chips. Yes, that is a great, that's a great snack right there. Bought my Splenda Magic Bakers this morning. Thank you. Yes. I'm also working on a recipe for a blend because Magic Bakers per ounce is pretty expensive. So I'm working on my own because especially me making these recipes, I mean, I go through a ton of sweetener. So I'm working on one to save money, not just for you, but for myself. So I'm trying to perfect like a knockoff Magic Bakers, and I'm almost there. But it's probably saving me half the amount. Now I'm buying a bigger amount of the raw ingredients up front, but as far as me making that versus buying Magic Bakers, it's half or maybe a little bit cheaper than that. So once I get it perfected and it bakes up perfect in a lot of my recipes, I'm going to release that too, and that'll save you some money. But yeah, Magic Bakers to me, that is the ultimate sweetener that you can get. And people give me crap all the time about Splenda, and it's not Splenda. It doesn't have maltodextrin. It doesn't have sucralose. Splenda is the brand, and that's their blend that has allulose, stevia, and erythritol. So they would need some rulers, since they said pumpkin rules. Pumpkin does rule. That sounds dangerous. Not sure I've had control over that. Yeah. Keto chocolate ice cream bars with 6 tablespoons of Swerve, 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, 5 egg yolks, cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That sounds pretty good. I put equal parts of sliced almonds and unsweetened coconut in the food processor, and that's a keto oatmeal. Hey, that sounds like a good keto oatmeal. Could be a lightly fermented ginger. Yeah, hey, the ginger, you can always take regular ginger and mince it up. I just like the ease of having that pre-minced ginger in the bottle that I can just squeeze out. And the little bit of fructose that's in there, I mean, I just write that off to, it's kind of like the ease of use versus having a little bit of sugar. And I think the ease of use kind of outweighs that to me. So, you must read all products. Items get in, and companies are pretty sneaky about it. They are. And like, if you saw that short that I did on those almond flour cookies, I mean, Aldi totally snuck that in and was hoping nobody noticed. I mean, say what you want, but if you have the exact same packaging, you change the ingredients that much, there's something kind of sinister about that to me. You can say what you want. If you say Aldi's, straight up, I don't believe it after that. So I'm reading all the ingredients, and I usually do, but especially now, I thought Aldi was the one that I could probably trust the most, but after that switch up of the cookies, I'm not so much of a fan. Although I will still buy their stuff, but I'll definitely check the labels. I love this channel. Thanks for your inspiration. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you find a lot of good stuff on here that you'll enjoy. YouTube Premium Family Pack, 6 logins for $24 a month. So that's a pretty good deal. If you don't want to watch the commercials, it'll save you a lot of time to not watch that. So Nevada Pup, Sherry, I missed the Snoop Dogg thing. What was that? Snoop Dogg? So, sorry. So my video on Saturday is a little Snoop Dogg thing. I wanted to have a special guest on, and I didn't quite get the Snoop Dogg, but I almost got the Snoop Dogg. So you'll see on Saturday. I did a Snoop recipe from his cookbook, but I made it keto, so it's a good one. So that was the Snoop Dogg thing. Clemson was ranked at 14. They used to be number 1. Yeah, we shouldn't even be 14 after that performance the other day, but hey, thank you. Yeah, Trish, congrats on being down 75 pounds. My hubby buys me YouTube Premium for my birthday each year. It's such a great gift because I truly hate commercials. Yep. And yeah, I hate the commercials got to be on here, but as somebody that makes stuff on YouTube, that's the only way we get paid. Is for the commercials, or if you buy YouTube Premium, we get paid a little bit on that too. And that just helps. Until you get big enough to have sponsors on there, and I'm kind of up in the air about that. I really hate watching a lot of the videos that have, where it's a 4-minute video and it's 2 minutes of a sponsorship. And but I do understand, like, if you're really committed to doing YouTube full time, and 25,000 is a huge deal to me, but if I had 100,000 people that were dependent on these recipes to lose weight or get healthy or whatever the case may be, you got to have sponsors in order to make it work, or you have to have the commercials. And but absolutely, YouTube Premium is good if you don't want to have the commercials. But that's how YouTube makes their money. And they give a little bit to us, not nearly as much as what they're making, obviously, but they give a little bit to us for making these videos and things. And to me, it's just a way to share the recipes that help me get to where I need to be, and hopefully it helps y'all along the way too. So, but yeah. Yep, Trish is doing fantastic. One meal at a time, and we can all heal up. Absolutely. For the last move, Wes lived not far from me. I'm downtown Indianapolis. Always hoping I'd run into him. No such luck. He was one of the very first channels I started watching. Yep, I've always watched Wes as well, and love his stuff. And like, it's kind of surreal that he may do my bread videos. So, down 22 pounds since the beginning of June. Awesome. Hey, if you're down even half a pound on keto, that's the first step that you need to take to get down to, 22 pounds, 50 pounds, 75 pounds, 100 pounds. People just do phenomenal on this, but not enough people know about it. And the way the education system in the U.S. is set up, and the way they get their money from federal funding, which comes from the big food manufacturers, nobody's ever going to know unless you tell them. So I really appreciate you sharing my videos, and like Dr. Berry's stuff. People that have serious health conditions, I can't speak to that enough because I'm not a medical doctor. I can tell you what I've seen, the testimonies I've had from people, but like a practicing physician like Dr. Berry, when he's tried everything, given all these medications and stuff, and then by changing the diet the way that they said to do hundreds of years ago, Hippocrates said, let your food be your medicine be your food. He said that hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And everything's gotten away from that because the pharmaceutical companies got involved, the big food companies got involved, and it just totally went away from your body's innate ability to heal itself. And so, like Dr. Berry, Dr. Berg, I mean, I recommend those guys to anybody with health conditions. They've done just about every video you can do on different health conditions. So I unequivocally recommend them. And if you want some good recipes, I recommend me just because it's my channel and I love my recipes, and hopefully you do. I know you do. And hopefully other people will too. So, let's see. Thanks for going off for a quick up and down the stairs before the game starts. Have a wonderful evening. Best of luck. Thank you, Trish. Hey, thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate you. I finally got all the ingredients for the bread. Be making it tomorrow, Sandra. Awesome. Yep. Good night, Trish, and go Chiefs. Go Mahomes, especially. I like him. He's a good dude. I actually had a guy that I know that went hog hunting with him one time. Said he was a super good guy, just like down to earth and super good guy. Sandra, I caught the cornbread extract thing. I know what you meant. Yeah, I appreciate it. I just edited that part totally out of the video, so you'll never see that again. YouTube doesn't let you go back in and like change things and add like I couldn't go back in and say mashed potato extract. I just had to cut the whole thing out of the video. So if it seems kind of random now, that's why. Hopefully one day they'll add that in. Like if I edit a video prior to posting it, I can go in and change whatever I want, and I normally do. But I was so freaking tired. I went in and just uploaded it, and I was like, "Oh man!" But it wasn't great. But William, I always go to the description. I have trouble writing fast enough. Yes, I always go to the description. Earn a question. What if you can't use the Magic Baker's blend because of stevia and erythritol makes me ill, stomach issues? I use monk fruit allulose blend. Can I use that with your baking recipes? Yes. A monk fruit and allulose blend you can absolutely use. To my knowledge, all of the monk fruit and allulose blends that I use that I have tried or that I know about are mostly actually erythritol. So maybe the stevia that's bothering you for some reason. Because like the Lakanto is mostly erythritol, and most of them are. Tina Marie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, every bit y'all give me just goes to making more of these videos and helping me keep doing what I'm doing. I so much appreciate that. So appreciate that. Super thanks from you, Tina Marie. But yeah, most everything has erythritol as a base. So just check that out and see. So it may have been the stevia that was bothering you, or it may have had too much allulose in it. Allulose is really good on its own. Some people have said they've had issues with it. Sucralose is what I have an issue with, and I do some energy drinks, but that have sucralose because most of them don't. There's a Zevia one that does not have it. But sometimes I feel like my stomach's a little messed up after I do one. So Lynn says, I was one of them who questioned the extract thing. I was just teasing you. I hope you realize that. Yeah. But hey, no, I appreciate, please bring this stuff to my attention because I am not perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect. My videos are not perfect. It's not going to be like, I mean, if I ever get like a film crew that comes in and does it and like a professional editor and all that, then maybe. I don't plan on doing that. So I don't feel like my videos are ever going to be perfect. But please, y'all bring to my attention anytime if I mess up on something, because I don't want to lead anybody astray. And like somebody was about to use cornbread extract and those, and I'm sure it would have been good, but it would have tasted more like a corn fry than like a French fry. And so I commented back real quick, and I'm like, "Well, I'm so sorry." And that's when I went in and edited out that piece, and I I said, no, it's supposed to be mashed potato extract. And I just been working on a recipe all day. And, it just, it's a lot of work. I absolutely love it, but sometimes it just gets in my head and, I have too many things confused up there and I need to kind of slow down, but I can't slow down. So anyway, but yeah, thank you, Lynn. Yeah, teasing or not, yeah, y'all please bring it to my attention because I want to make everything right, and if I need to change the description, if I forget something, I'm just trying to help the best I can and put out the videos the best I can, but I'm definitely not perfect. I've always been kind of ADD and all that, so I bet you and Steve from Serious Keto will get along mighty fine. Steve from Serious Keto is serious. I think we'd probably do a good show together because I'm definitely not serious and he's way serious. So that may be a good combination. I don't know. Wait a second. Is there a way? Hey, history teacher, stop getting one of my secrets here. Is there a way you could use cornbread with the fries and make them like Cheetos? Stop giving away my secrets. Everybody's going to know. Tina Marie says, thank you for all you do. You're helping a lot of people. Well, I appreciate it. And I enjoy doing it. I love it so much. So looking forward to your cookbook. Me too. Hopefully I get time to do it real soon. Have you considered marketing your product so I don't have to make it? I'm lazy. That would take a lot. One thing I am planning on doing is some electrolytes. I've got a great electrolyte recipe, and I've got a couple ideas that I would like to put out to market. So we'll see how that goes here in the next year or two. Love y'all. Have to go. Sav, have a good night. If I haven't missed you already, have a good night. I save recipes on Pinterest. Thumbs up, please. Yes. Y'all, please give me a thumbs up. Give me some loves down there. Whatever you can do. I definitely appreciate it. Cantaloupe flavor? No. Yeah, I agree. I was having a hard time with that one myself. What's the purpose of the psyllium husk powder in your bread recipe? A couple things. The psyllium husk adds a bread kind of texture to it. Also adds some fiber to kind of counter some of the few carbs that are in there. But the main thing is the psyllium husk really gives it that bread texture. If you've seen a lot of the egg white bread recipes or you've made a lot of them, it's like that foamy texture. The psyllium husk gives it the fiber like the wheat fiber without the gluten, and it makes it like a bread. That's the whole reason I put it in there. That recipe in particular, I don't think would work without it. I didn't try it without it because the whole time I wanted a bread, and I had the ideas in my head of how to do it. I wasn't trying to make a white bread. I was trying to make like a legit wheat bread or a just kind of a rustic, real bread that people make. And that was my whole intention with this one. Now I'm trying to make a white bread because I know a lot of people like that and they don't like the styrofoamy thing. So I'm kind of working on that too. Not as hard as I'm working on some other things, but I would like a good white bread that's not like a memory foam mattress when you go bite into it. I've had so many of them. I wasted so much money, so much ingredients on those that I just didn't like. So I want like an artisan loaf of bread or a wheat bread. And that's why I went with the psyllium husk, because you really need the fiber in there to make it bready. If not, you end up with that styrofoam egg white bread that everybody makes. So whether you put whole egg powder or egg white powder or whatever you put in there, it's still going to be basically the same. So don't let your house get totally green. Oh my, that's kind of gross. People do that. Yeah. Yeah. You would be surprised at the stuff I see of how people do not take care of their houses. Carolyn says, having a slice of pumpkin cheesecake after you're live. Yeah. Hey, that's been a good recipe. I was actually, Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments too about this. I was actually going to do a segment on here every week of comments of the week. I don't want to be mean, but like to me, if you leave a comment on my video and I respond back to you, and it's been a couple days and you don't respond back, I feel like you're just a troll. So I was going to go through and like put in like my comments of the week and kind of read them out. So y'all let me know if you think that's a good idea or not. Um, I'm not trying to be mean, and there's no stupid question. There's no, but like if you come on and like, this is an example. So my keto pumpkin spice latte recipe that I just put out, right? So if you get a Starbucks and get one of those, the medium size has 52 grams of carbs. The large size, which everybody's going to get, has like 78 grams of carbs, right? So mine has like 4 grams of carbs. And somebody says, well, it may be keto, but it's not healthy. And I'm like, well, what part of it is not healthy? So, I mean, to me, and this is my way of thinking, and it may be wrong, it may not be wrong, but I'm like, so you're saying it would be better for you to go to Starbucks and get 72 grams of carbs in 1 cup, which is like what I eat in 3 days, rather than making this and it's not healthy? I'm like, well, what part of it is not healthy, do you think? Because I wanted to have a discussion. Like maybe they just don't know, maybe they're curious. But to me, it's just like, no, you're just a troll. You're trying to come on here and say, oh, it's not healthy. And you go, slide by Starbucks and have your 80 grams of carbs for breakfast. Anyway, y'all let me know. Let me know what you think about that. Anyway, that was I forgot where I was at. Anyway, having a slice of pumpkin cheesecake after you're live. Yes. Yeah, somebody said about the pumpkin cheesecake, it looks like it's, what did it say? It looks like wet. And I'm like, well, so a lot of my videos, the way I do my videos, a lot of times because I don't have a ton of time, I can't get up in the morning and go film a video. So what I'll normally do is I will make a recipe many, many times. And I'll film it all along the way. So like if you ever see one of my videos, like I've got one coming up where I do recipes with my keto bread, like 3 different ways. But in testing them, like my bread at one point was purple because at that point I hadn't figured out to put in my lemon juice. So it was purple. So like you'll watch this video where I'm making a Reuben, it'll be like the bread's purple. But it was still good footage. And like I'll say, hey, this was a test recipe or whatever. But normally I'll make the recipe on that day or another day and then test it out or whatever. Then on a different day, I'll do like my intro, anything I like to say in the middle, and the ending. Like, and I'll get dressed up in my fancy little shirt and everything or whatever. And so I do those on different days. I don't usually do them on the same day. And so like my pumpkin cheesecake video, I made it and we like cut it because we're going to eat it, even though it hadn't been in the fridge for 5-6 hours like it needed to be, even though I knew it needed, that long. So we went ahead and cut it. So like when we cut it and put it on the plate, it wasn't quite as firm as how it was like the next day after it had been in the fridge for a few hours. And I tasted it and like I held it up to the camera and I'm like, well, here you go. And it was totally like a cheesecake texture. But somebody want to comment and say like, well, it wasn't firm. I'm like, well, did you watch the whole video where like I do it? And, once I get more time and I can do that, then, maybe I can wait the whole 5-6 hours. But hey, when we do a recipe, we're hungry. We're ready to eat. I've already worked a full day and then come home and do this stuff. And we're ready to eat. So whether it looks good then or not, but just, y'all, please believe me. When I put out a recipe, it's going to be right. If you follow the steps that I say and like you have it in the fridge for 5-6 hours, it's going to be the right texture. It's going to be the right thing, even if it doesn't look like it in the video, because it takes multiple days of doing this stuff to get it right. So, um, it's just one of those things. But people gonna say what they're gonna say. But if y'all try my recipes, I don't put anything out there unless it's right. So, Tony, thank you so much for your super chat. Enjoying these lives and recipes. Good night, all. Long day. I am wiped out. Tony, thank you so much for helping me out on my channel. And I hope you have a great night. And yeah, definitely send me some messages or whatever on recipes you might like too. So let's see. Let me get back to it. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. Very impressed with your kindness and patience with all those folks who are commenting. Now, listen, I appreciate all your comments and that's why I do it. And I hope I can answer all your questions. And I'm here to help you and just show you the stuff that I did to get my health right. And by y'all watching, that lets me know that I'm on the right track and y'all like the same stuff I do, which is awesome. Even if I'm a little crazy, but definitely encouraging to jump in here and get some tips. Helps me stick with keto carnivore lifestyle. Since family is all carb eaters. Hey, my son eats carbs. Basically, other than me and my wife, everybody else is carb eaters. So my goal, and when I tell you that a recipe is non-keto approved, my son, like, he eats all the things, right? I mean, he's a teenager. He eats whatever. And but he will eat just about everything. Any video I put out has basically been approved by him. So in my book, that's a win. So my absolute goal is that you can make one of my recipes and give it to somebody that's not keto and they won't know the difference. So the lemon dessert's been like that. The cream chip beef, a lot of them, the pumpkin cheesecake people have had, the pumpkin spice latte. I mean, there's so many things that I make that people don't even know. So that's my absolute goal, is so that you can trick people. So you're too funny. Thank you. I don't mind the commercials. I need the bathroom breaks. There you go. YouTube Premium is my favorite splurge. YouTube is my favorite channel, worth every dollar. It's my favorite channel too. I agree with you. Steve from Southern Keto made great faux apple crumb from zucchini. Would love you to see a faux apple with a nut crumb. Carolyn, are you spying on me? Now, mine is not the same ingredients that Steve used. I didn't use zucchini. I used a different thing, but not this Saturday because Snoop Dogg. I've got my Snoop Dogg video with him for my 25,000 subscribers. Next weekend, I'm doing an apple pie recipe. So it does not use zucchini. I tried the zucchini. I didn't really like it, so I used something different. And it doesn't have the nut crumb topping either, but maybe I'll do like an apple crisp, which is one of my Nana's good recipes. So maybe I need to do that. You have to earn some pennies, so a commercial now and then is no biggie for me. Well, I appreciate that. And thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate you. You always watch everything, and you're in my group too. So that Facebook group is awesome, y'all. If y'all haven't joined the private Facebook group, it is private, so you don't have to worry about, if you're on Facebook, you don't have to worry about if you post in my group, because it's private, it won't appear on your feed. So if you're closet keto or closet carnivore, from an area of the world that's all vegetarian or vegan or whatever the case may be, you don't have to worry about it. You can go in there, and it's a great community, which is what I intended it to be in the beginning. It's just now started to pick up some steam, and everybody's posting like when they make my recipes or other people's recipes or whatever. And you're more than welcome to go in there and post any recipes that you like. It'll only help me get inspiration for what you like to see, and I can't leave well enough alone. So usually if I see a recipe, there's something I don't like about it. So I have to go in and change something. So y'all definitely go in that group and post your wins, successes. And it's a good community. If it ain't, if somebody's in there acting crazy or, uh, you know, I'll just say I don't like the term safe space, but it is because if somebody is acting crazy in there, I'm booting them point blank. You're not going to come in there and, talk bad about somebody that's in there or say they're not doing it right. There's no keto police in there. None of that crap's going to happen on my watch, and I'll read every single comment. So anyway, sorry. Let me get back to this. Thanks to low carb, hang on. Thanks to low carb keto, I've improved my health down 90 pounds so far. Delilah, that is incredible. Still take charge. So much weight comes off with your great and tasty recipes. You make eating fun. Absolutely. That's my goal. Hey, I couldn't have done it without the things that I made. I wouldn't have been able to stick with it. I just like too much variety. I'm too set in my ways on the Southern recipes that I like. I grew up with all this stuff, and so my whole goal is to make the same stuff that I enjoy eating, whether it be at a restaurant, my Nana's recipes that I grew up with, all the stuff I grew up with. If I can't do that, then I can't stick with it. So that's my whole goal for this channel, and I'm glad you're with me on that. So plus I don't feel like I'm missing out on tasty foods. You're so welcome. I love you. If you make Cheetos, you should win Best Keto Creator of the Year. Well, I actually did do a Cheetos video. So I've actually been working on kind of improving it, but I did do a Cheetos video that I think was pretty good. So check that out. Hello, Nerd Papa. Yes. I recognize all that, Law Nerd Papa. Kathy, I must run. Keep up the good work. Congratulations on reaching a milestone. I'll share your videos tonight on Twitter. Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate you being a channel member and, helping me out a little bit every month. And, yeah, like I said, every little bit adds up, and I really appreciate all y'all do for me. Every little bit you can give me. Do you think pork rinds will work instead of the psyllium? No. Pork rinds are a good replacement for anything that I use almond flour in. You could use pork rinds in, but the psyllium, the reason for that is the fiber, and the fiber helps to give it that texture. So the pork rinds would not work in place of that. It would work in place of almond flour in any of my recipes. And if the main thing is, especially with a sweet recipe, make sure you taste the pork rinds first. If they're fresh and new, they shouldn't have much of a pork rind taste. Make sure you get the ones just with pork rinds and salt, and they shouldn't have much of a taste at all. If they're real pork rindy, you're going to taste a little bit of that coming through in the recipe. If not, even on the sweet recipes, you can substitute that 100%. But it would not work in place of the psyllium. You could probably use oat fiber. You could probably use like a bamboo fiber. But the fiber is the key on that psyllium. And if you used either one of those, you want to grind it up into a powder, just like what I did with that. White bread and cocoa pebbles. I'll be one happy camper. I got a cocoa pebbles coming up soon. Sometimes I think I'll be responding too much to your comments back to me. I know you have a lot of other comments to get to. I don't want to hog your time. I love chatting with you though. Yeah. Well, I love chatting with you too. And yeah, that's why I enjoy this so much, is the interaction. And yeah, I always enjoy reading your comments and going back and forth with you. So yeah, don't ever worry about that. I saw a full sugar recipe on Facebook for a peach custard pie. It sounds so good. I haven't heard of such a pie, but it sounds good though. History teacher, send me an email, because that sounds good to me too. Send me an email and put that link in there. And let me see what I can do with that, because I've been wanting to do some peach stuff. I love peach. I mean, in the South, that's our thing. You know, Georgia's a peach state. All of South Carolina, we got peaches all over the place. And so, you know, I'd love to do something with that. So send me that link, email me. Patty, I found your channel from watching Cheese Steaks with Chris cooking Nashville. Yes, my boy. Chris is doing so good. He's on tour right now with his music. So I know he's doing real good. I haven't had a chance to talk to him too much, but I know he's doing well. So comments of the week would make for some good reading. Yes. Haven't had bread since 2019 when I gave up bread. Well, definitely try my bread. If you want to try one bread, try that one. Psyllium husk is causing the purple. Yep. And yeah, when I started using the lemon juice and juicing it fresh, that took care of the purple. So there's very little purple in there. There may be a hint of purple still, but if you use the lemon juice, that kind of counteracts that in the bread. You have to use some sort of an acid in there to counteract that purple. If you don't use any kind of acid in it, the whole thing's going to be purple. So trust me, that was one of the first ones I did. The thing came out totally purple. So if you wanted purple bread, that was your ticket. Yep, here's your chance. Make my bread. It's really good. Prickly Pear ice cream recipe is the bomb. Best I've ever made. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Prickly Pear. I appreciate that. And I was hoping to get more ice cream recipes done this year. I got a chocolate chip cookie dough one that I'm doing, but I just didn't get it done. And now it's kind of almost past time to do ice cream. So maybe next spring. I still haven't perfected that cookie dough that I wanted in that yet. So Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte. I'm glad you made it here. Always nice when the No Keto likes your recipes. Absolutely. I don't like zucchini as apples either. We love chayote. Stop giving away all my stuff, man. I'll be doing it. Yes, that's what's in it. But anyway, that's coming out next week. For your apple pie recipe, are you considering using some? Are you using something that starts with a C? Y'all stop. Somebody's gonna get these videos out before I do. I already made it, but I haven't got the editing done yet. I just finished it. Carolyn, apple pie, apple crumb topping is perfect. I can't always find the C in my stores. So, Carolyn, one thing that I have found, if you've got a Mexican grocery store in your town, they usually always have it. We've got a huge one that just came to town. It's a national brand. I think it's called La Unica, maybe. I think that's right. But anyway, the Mexican grocery store seemed to always have it. Walmart had it yesterday when I was in there. So they've had it too, and Food Lion has it. Lynn says, "Have you had to kick anyone out of the Facebook group yet? We better watch out." I have had to kick out 2 or 3 people, but not real people that joined. It was people that came in and were putting links to other stuff like spam type stuff. I've kicked them. I boot them immediately. I've got that group set up so that Facebook sends me, like, they'll block the comment for a little bit and send me a warning message that I can check out to see if they're legit or not. So it's been 3 or 4 people, not a whole lot. I had to kick out a ton of people when it was not private, but now that it's become private, it's not as big of a problem. So I haven't had to kick out anybody yet that was legit. So let's see. Yay for pie recipes. You're very welcome. And my favorite recipe, and I'll probably have to make it again this year, just do like a redo of this video because nobody saw it, was my pecan or my, let's see, however you want to say it. If it's pecan, which is how I say pecan, or some people say pecan, but my pecan pie recipe is lights out. Best recipe for a pie that I've ever made. I don't think I can ever beat that one, but just not a lot of people saw it, so I may have to remake it, or maybe I'll just maybe I'll do a video where I can go back in and link it so people can see it. But I mean, it is like lights out. It is delicious. My mom tried it. She thought it was my Nana's original recipe. She had no idea it was keto. My brother was the same way. My son, I mean, nobody knew that it was keto. And I've been making those pies for years and years the same way. And I switched it up, didn't tell anybody, and they all absolutely loved it. So that's one of the best things I've ever made that nobody saw. But anyway, Rose, thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that. Hudson says, I love your private Facebook group. Yeah, and I love it in there because, like I said, it's of course, it's free to join. There's no fee to join anything on Facebook, but I just love it because everybody can go in there and kind of, you can just do your own thing, be yourself, and not have to worry about what anybody else thinks, other than the people that have the same mindset as you do, the keto people, the low carb people, the people that are trying to improve their health and still eat the recipes that they enjoy. And I'm going to tell you, y'all embarrass me so much in this Facebook group. I ain't even lying. Every single picture I get on this Facebook group, y'all, the way that y'all make my recipes look better than the way I make them. So y'all are embarrassing me so much, but I love it so much because, you know, I'm not the best. I just try to make the best recipes I can. They're they're great for us, but man, when y'all make them better than I do, that really makes me feel good, but it's also embarrassing. So, but y'all keep it up anyway. But I'm telling you, my bread probably looked the worst of any of the breads that anybody has made and posted pictures of in the group. So y'all are doing phenomenal. I'm glad I can teach better than I can actually cook. Anyway, let's see. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. I like to freeze the chocolate and coconut bars. Yummy. Yep. Ice cream is a 365-day a year item. Well, Joe, I might have to do me a maybe I can do like a peppermint mocha ice cream or something. Yeah, for like December or something. My favorite keto dessert is the creamsicle cookies. Amazing. Creamsicle cookies. I might have to try that. Hey, if you got my email address, it's imsouthernketo@gmail.com. Send me a link to that. I might like to try that. And I haven't done many cookie recipes. I did one last year. I just realized the other day I've never as many keto cookies as I made. I only did one video, and that was like a one of my subscribers requested I do a snickerdoodle cookie when that keto chow came out last year, and I did that snickerdoodle cookie recipe. That's the only cookie recipe I've ever done. So I need to do some more this fall and winter for sure. So if you'll send me a link to that, I would much appreciate it. And maybe I'll make that one. Joe, all Latin markets have the C down here. Yep. A lot of general stores have them too. Yeah, the Latin markets. Yeah, that Mexican grocery store, They had like, it must be really popular because they had like a whole bin full of them the other day, and they all look good too. You got to be able to pick them out. You want it not like super, super hard, or if you get them like that, you got to bring them home, let them get a little bit smushy before you use them. But Kelly says, love pecan pie or pecan, however you want to say it, or pecan. Lindsay, I saw your pecan pie recipe. Haven't tried it yet, but I sure will. Janine says, how do you send super chats? It's down at the bottom where you write in, and it has like an emoji, and then it has like a little dollar sign with a box around it that says show your support for Southern Keto. And you do it right there. So yeah, I definitely appreciate all that y'all do. It really helps me out. I mean, I don't know that just that bread recipe. I don't know how much it doesn't matter how much I spent on it. To be honest with you, because I want a good recipe that everybody can use and do. But I mean, every little bit y'all send me really does help out with these ingredients and stuff. And like I say, I don't put out a recipe till it's right. And so every little bit helps, whether it's ingredients or new kitchen tools or gadgets or whatever. I put it right back into this channel. And then watching those commercials, YouTube pays me on that. So let's see. Please do the keto pecan pie again. I make an outstanding regular pecan pie. I don't eat it. I love keto version. Absolutely. Well, yeah, I'll do that. I'll either remake that video because I've got a crust that I made to make that first, which is the crust I use for everything from quiche to my new apple pie that's coming out soon. I use that for everything. To me, that's the ultimate crust that I've came up with. And so I will do that. So I'll either remake it again this year and do a brand new video, or I'll put something out that has that in there, or just look back at my channel and look up Southern Keto pecan pie, and you'll find it. But it's really good. So, and look back then, I know I know my videos are not great now. They're not like as polished and professional as some of the people out there, but I mean, I'm not a professional video editor either. I can cook, but I'm not. I do the best I can with that. So I know they're not that great now, but they were really bad back then. So maybe I will redo that one, and we'll see. But if not, I'll try to put that out in the next couple of days, at least so you can go back and see that. Let's see. Lynn says I kind of ugly cook. It always tastes okay, but I've come up with some funky looking stuff. I just cook for myself, so I don't even care. Hey, Lynn, as long as it tastes good, that's the main thing. Now, I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage with that because I got to actually show the stuff on video. So I gotta make it look halfway decent anyway. It's not like the perfect stuff, but I always try anyway. So, and Delilah says I vote for a remake of the pecan pie. Well, sounds like that might be a thing. So, well, I got a lot of good stuff coming up. Let me just go through this real quick before I go. If y'all got any more questions, please put them down there, or any other comments you want to make or anything, just put them down there before we have to go. So, Delilah says, got to run. Thanks for another fun chit chat. Yeah, thank you for being here. Rose says, got to go. Have a great evening. You have a great evening as well. I'm just going to go over a couple of things real quick of some videos I got coming up. Y'all let me know what you want to see next. Laura Pop said, I just emailed you that creamsicle cookies recipe. Hey, thank you so much. Rose, thank you for being here. So So the stuff I got coming up, here's the stuff. So I've got 3 different recipes that I deal with my bread. So a couple sandwiches and a French toast that I did with that bread, which if y'all didn't know, Wes from Highfalutin Low Carb said he's going to make my bread. So I'm super jacked about that. I mean, I was out in the backyard doing cartwheels before I came on here. So just so you know, so hopefully he does it. he emailed me anyway, said he was going to. So got a bruschetta recipe, which is a super easy recipe. If you got either some of my bread left over, or I actually used the bread that I made the cheesesteaks with Chris Cook in Nashville. I had some left over, so I made the bruschetta with that. The video I've got, since y'all, the ones over here are still hanging around right now, I'm going to tell you, this Snoop Dogg video on Saturday is a version of chicken and waffles from Snoop Dogg's cookbook. So Snoop Dogg is on the video, although not quite the way, like we weren't face to face, but you'll see. It's just funny. Y'all know I'm crazy. So I just did a crazy video. I wish the real Snoop Dogg would have been on there, but he wasn't, but you'll see. It's pretty funny. I got a chicken Parmesan I'm going to do. I got a Cocoa Pebbles coming up. I just got a shipment in today in the mail of somebody I've been working with for a while, trying to get all the details ironed out. A lot of people have had trouble with a couple of particular ingredients in the keto bread and some other recipes I've had saying they're super expensive. So I've been working with somebody to get a low-cost alternative to those things that are super expensive in a lot of places. I just got my shipment in today, so I'm going to be working on that for some future videos. Let's see. We got the apple pie coming up next Saturday. Y'all don't tell anybody. They'll all be wanting to do apple pie. I'm working. Y'all saw my keto fry recipe that I just came out with. That was Heavenly Fans keto fries. And I've been working since I filmed that, which has been probably a month ago. I've been working on my own version, and I'm almost there, and it is absolutely phenomenal already. I think I got one little thing that I'm trying. It's either going to work or not work to make it even better. So I got that one coming soon. I got some deviled egg videos of different ways I'm doing deviled eggs. And then some simple like keto casseroles, things like that. And next week, probably Tuesday, I'm going to do the wings video. If I'll make the best wings that come out perfect every time. I've actually done this for a long time, but since I got the new Tyfer air fryer, I've been real happy with that. And so I can do so many at one time instead of doing them in batches. So anyway, that's the stuff that's coming out for y'all that come and chat with me every week. Y'all are the first ones to know this kind of stuff. And I appreciate you being here and showing up. And I really enjoy this, really enjoy these Thursday nights, and hopefully it's a good start to y'all's weekend. Rose got to go. All right, let's see. Bonnie, good night. Thank you for being here. Check out the replay. Got a lot of good stuff on there. And hey, if you want to hang out for a little bit, as long as y'all asking questions, I'm going to stay on. So, Caroline, enjoy your videos. You're real and honest in the kitchen, just like home. Thank you. Charlotte, that's exciting. Wes is making your bread. I love it. Yeah. Hopefully he does make it. He emailed where, I think he's going to do it. So I'm super excited about that. Janine says, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I still haven't found anything with $1 on it. For me, it's down there. It says chat, and it's got like a little smiley face where it says add emotes. And then there's a show your support for Southern Keto. There's a plus, and there's a heart button. But I don't know how you do a super chat because I haven't done one to myself. So Let's see. Fine says, yeah, Wes. Yeah, I'm so excited. Sherry says, Wes will do it. Yes, I hope he does. Charlotte says, wait, Snoop has a cookbook? Yeah. It came out a couple years ago and I bought it because I'm a huge Snoop fan. I mean, like my senior year in high school, when that Doggy Style came out, me and one of my friends, we would sit in the back in history class, and he would have, and I'm dating myself here, but this came out our senior year in high school. And so he had a Walkman. And so he had one of the Walkman foam pads in one hand. He had the other one in the other. He would hand me one. And so I listened with the little foam pad, and we'd listen to Doggy Style during history class. And so anyway, I've always got his stuff, and I love him. He's he wasn't always the best example, but he's a good dude, and he's done a lot for kids and stuff, and hasn't always had the best message, but I love him anyway. But yeah, he came out with a cookbook a couple years ago. It was called From Crook to Cook, and it's when he started doing a lot of stuff with Martha Stewart, and which was the funniest duo ever. I loved them. But anyway, so yeah, that was his cookbook. But I took a recipe out of that and ketoized it. So Joe said, I'm going to have to make my pecan pie. No one ever knows. It's a crustless version of all I dream about food all day. So yeah, I'd like to know about that, Joe. But I'm telling you, mine is like my Nana's recipe, but like it tastes exactly the same. So it was crazy. I could pull it off. Janine Green, look to the right of the chat box. There's a $sign and empty heart. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, my screen looks a little different than yours, because I got a lot of stuff going on up here. And hopefully one day I'm going to figure out how to do like a screen share where I can put up like a big thing that says comment of the week or, share my screen so I can go over different things. But I haven't figured that out yet. I think I got to get some kind of streaming software or something, and I'm not quite there yet. But I'm going to get there one day. Y'all bear with me. Lots of yummy things coming. Looking forward to all that. Thank you, Lynn. If your videos become too slick and perfect, they won't be as entertaining. Keep being real. Yeah. Well, there's probably no chance of them being too slick and perfect as long as I'm doing the editing and stuff. So, yeah, don't worry about that. That was one thing I decided kind of in the beginning. I'm like, if you ever watch my early videos, I was trying to be like kind of proper and like a real cooking show type thing. And I'm like, man, I ain't having fun with this. So if I can't go here and be crazy like I really am, and it's just not, I'm not going to be able to do this for a long time because I can't go on and be fake. And that's why I hated doing, everybody wanted me to do this tasting thing too. And I really hated that. And I still hate it. I've been trying to do it on my past few videos because everybody says you gotta taste your food. And even this one guy said, man, I love your videos, but if you do food videos, you got to taste it. I'm like, man, why? So you're not going to see me get on here and be like, I mean, I love my food. I enjoy my food. I don't put out a recipe unless it's good. But if somebody is new and they're just watching for the first time, then maybe they need that. I really hate doing it, but y'all hadn't gone on there and given me enough comments saying, please don't taste your food, which I was really looking for and hoping you do. So I've been trying to at least taste it and stuff. And, but yeah, as far as being like polished and perfect, it ain't going to be as long as I'm, editing my own videos and stuff. So, Crowman, loving all the good ideas or new ideas. Things were getting a little stale in the keto world. Well, hopefully I can shake it up a little bit. At least I'm crazy. Not like, unlike a lot of them. So, Janine said, I'm going to figure it out though. Oh, thank you, Janine. You did figure it out. I appreciate that. You got it. Joe says super chat is the heart button. See, like the heart button for me just like does a like a heart or a like or whatever. But yeah, so that's it. So yeah, the dollar button. There you go. But anyway, yeah, I figured when I came into this, and that's why. Look, a lot of people grew a whole lot. Like a lot of people got a bunch more subscribers than I have. But I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. I feel like if you watch my videos, then you really not necessarily get me because that's kind of hard to do. But at least you appreciate what I'm doing, and it ain't ever gonna be real, 100% slick. I'm gonna mess up in the kitchen because that's just, I'm not a professional cook. I'm not I didn't go to like the Culinary Institute of America and become like a top pastry chef or something. I'm just a country dude that likes cooking, and I like to take the recipes that I grew up with and make them healthy. And I'm gonna mess up, and I'm gonna show you how I mess up, and hopefully help you avoid some mistakes from where I messed up, so you won't mess up. And I'll let you know that. So anyway, I don't even know if that made sense or not, but let's see. Walkman, yeah, I had one too. Thought it was cool. Hey, Walkman was the stuff. I mean, you could put cassette. That thing was heavy though, because you had the batteries in it and everything in the phone. But yeah, we could do it back in history class, and he'd take one half of it, I'd take one half. We'd be listening to Snoop back there in the back like this, and but hey, that was my favorite class. I think everybody should take government economics, and the world would be a better place if everybody in the world had to take that class. But we were able to listen to Snoop and still get straight A's in government economics and understand the whole thing. So there you go. Anyway, that should be required. Yes, Janine, you did it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Testing is a Paula Deen thing. No testing for me. Yeah, I have to test all. I mean, yeah, I have to because of unfortunately, if I was doing a non-keto channel, I would have thousands of recipes that I would not have to test because they were bananas. But making them keto, I have to test them just to make sure they're going to come out right as a keto version. So I have to test them, and that's the hard part of the job here. But having two of those pumpkin cheesecakes before I got them right, that one actually came out pretty good. The second time I did it, the first time I kind of messed up a little bit. Second time I did it, it came out real good. But that's the hard part of it, is having to try two cheesecakes before it comes out right. So there you go. Oh, you meant testing like me testing the recipe. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, people were like, you gotta try it, you gotta try it, you gotta try it. So hey, if y'all will please go on and comment on these videos that you do not want to see me taste any more of these recipes, then I would be more than happy not to, because I absolutely hate doing it. But anyway, I like it when it's just a taste. That's what everybody's saying too. And I know, like, as long as I've been watching cooking shows and cooking videos and all that, I mean, everybody goes in and tries a little bite, but I just always felt like it's like, even if it sucked, people are going, oh, this is the most delicious thing in the world. And, I just can't do it. I can't be like fake like that. And I enjoy all my food, but I don't like overly enjoy it, like where it seems like it's the most delicious thing in the whole world. And it's like a piece of chicken with some seasoning on it. And they're like, this is so good, you got to try it. I mean, come on, man. Let's be real with it. But I do enjoy everything I make, and I don't put the recipes out to the right. So yeah, y'all just remember that. Just leave me some comments saying, please don't taste the food. You don't look good doing it. Whatever you got to say. But if I get overwhelming amount of comments saying that, then I'm not going to do that anymore. So y'all do that for me. Let's see. Hey, thank you, Nevada Pup. Hey, listen, just the fact that you watching these videos, sharing them, liking them, watching them all the way through, watching the commercials, it helps me out a little bit. Then, that's a help too. But, anybody that can help with a little bit of money, that's always appreciated too. But listen, y'all watching and liking and sharing all this stuff, that means the world to me. That's how I got to 25,000 in the first place. Because of each and every one of you that watch and do what you can do. So, yeah, Joe. I thought that's what I know you don't want to see me tasting stuff. So I appreciate it. Just get some more people on board, please. Thank you, Janine. Well, I appreciate that. Oh, Truth Matters. Is the chat still live? Yes, I was about to wrap it up, but hey, if you're here, I'm here. So come on with it. I just got here. I was busy and forgot. Yep. Well, hey, I'm planning on doing this every Thursday night at 7:30. Now, next week, I will not be doing it. Next week is my anniversary. We're going out of town for my anniversary, so I'm going to do my best to get a video together for next Thursday. Since I won't be able to do a live, I could do a live, but my wife probably wouldn't appreciate it. And if you want to see the fingernails in the videos anymore, then we're gonna have to do our anniversary thing. So I told her, I said, well, hey, man, I could just go outside and do like a live. No, anyway, I wouldn't do that. We got some plans. So we're having an anniversary next weekend. We'll be out of town. So I'm hoping to put out a video next Thursday instead of the live. But I'll be back the following Thursday night for sure. And unless we got something going on, I'll always let you know. I'm planning on doing these every Thursday night. And then the videos are on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And Tuesdays, I'm always planning on doing some sort of a meal, side dish or something like that. And then Saturdays, either a dessert or something like the bread that's like really what I feel is like a big deal anyway, because a lot more people watch on the weekends. And Law Nerd Papa, thank you so much. Appreciate you being in the Southern Keto family. And so I will, in the Southern Keto family, which is my YouTube subscription page, I will do a short while I'm on my anniversary trip. So I'll do a short just for the channel members and everything. And I appreciate y'all giving me support that way. Truth Matters, I remember yesterday I was looking forward to it. Yeah, I appreciate you being here. You can go back and watch the replay. On your next video, you really need to ham it up, take a bite, and just rub your belly in the whole thing. I can do like a pat my head, rub my belly at the same time type thing. Be like, it's so good. It's so good. Joe, congratulations. Thank you. Truth Matters, be nice to your wifey. Yeah. Well, this is 19 years, so it's kind of a biggie. So, but yeah, we're looking forward to getting away for a little bit and just having some fun together. But yeah, I'll do a short or two for all the channel members and stuff while I'm out there. And I have a lot of stuff already. I'll have the same videos Tuesday and Saturday going out, and try to get one together Thursday too. Since I won't be here. Hey, my wife is she's the reason I'm able to do all this, and she supported me. My son kind of came up with the idea, like, y'all need to do a keto channel. And she's like, well, I'm not doing it. I'm like, well, I'll do it. I'll give it a shot. Because him being non-keto, he was kind of like, well, these recipes you're doing are really good. And I can't tell the difference. And So he kind of got me started in the whole thing, and it's kind of just snowball from that. I was doing some health coaching, and I kind of started with that, and then now this is all I'm doing with that part, and still working my on my business and do that too. But anyway, um, happy early anniversary! Thank you. I was watching the Keto Twins make a breakfast sandwich with Cheddar Bay biscuits. Yeah, I did a Cheddar Bay biscuit video probably 6 or 8 months ago. I'd been making those for a long time, non-keto, and then probably a year and a half or so ago, I started making the keto version and just did that video about 6 or 8 months ago, I guess. So, Lawn Nerd Papa, thank you so much. You may have to do like my son when his uncle stayed too late. Uncle James, when are you leaving? Because we can't eat until you leave. Well, hey, luckily tonight I ate already. Me and my son made my manwich. We usually do my manwich recipe about once a week, and it's a quick and easy deal. And I had a huge job today, so I didn't get back till late. And I'm like, well, what are we going to do? And he's like, let's do the manwich. I'm like, all right, we'll do the manwich because it's easy and quick. And so I ate about a pound of that, and he did too. So happy anniversary. Thank you. 39th is next year. Awesome, Joe. Yeah, this was number 2 for me. So best decision I ever made. But congratulations to you, because that's yeah, we'll be on 20 next year, which is awesome. Truth Matters. Love Keto Twins. Yeah, Keto Twins are great. I like watching them too. They're pretty fun. They do some fun stuff too. Maybe one day they'll do one of my recipes or something. Great suggestion from your son. Tell him thank you for that. Yeah, I kind of did. It was almost like a dare. So, I was like, yeah, I'll try it. And, I probably should have stopped after the first or second video because they were terrible. I went back. I'm trying to make shorts out of all my old videos and stuff of when I first started and everything. And golly, I went back and watched a couple of those the other day. And I'm like, man, I should have quit back then. But I'm glad I didn't, because, we wouldn't have this great community right now. And anyway, so oh my, you don't make as much revenue from us on YouTube Premium as the folks watching commercials. Hudson, I have no idea what I make from people on. They don't like break it out. It's like you just get a payment at the end of the month, and they don't really say, if it was because of this or that. They don't really break it out. So I really don't know. Hey, is this more clear if I lean back like this? I just kind of noticed that. Like if I'm up close when I'm looking at my computer, it might be a little bit blurry. Y'all let me know if it's kind of blurry when I'm up close or not. Seems like when I lean back a little bit, maybe I should sit back there on the couch. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. And the thing about it, I don't do this really for the. I mean, it's nice to have the money because eventually I'd like to be able to do this full time, but it's not a whole lot of money right now, so I don't really sweat it. It's just more. I wouldn't even say it's my hobby. Like I love doing this more than I love doing my job, but that's not the reason I started doing it. I really wanted to help as many people as I could because, when you come to a point in your life when you're about to die, according to the doctors, when your blood pressure is at a dangerous level and all your blood works off the charts and just it kind of gives you a whole new perspective on things, I guess. And, that kind of coupled, and I've done it before, and I'm going to tell the whole story again soon. But I've got a video on the channel of Why Did I Start Keto is the name of it. It was a keto in the car, I believe. But, my reason for this was not to make money, but the money will enable me to keep it going. But, just the fact of me being able to help somebody achieve the same things that I did, heal the same things that I did, or if you want to lose weight loss was not my ultimate. It wasn't my goal, even though I've lost a lot. That wasn't my goal for starting keto. My goal was to improve a lot of my health conditions, particularly my blood pressure, because it was at a super dangerous level. And that was solely due to all the carbs and stuff that I had put back into my diet. But, eventually if I'm able to do this full time, then yeah, the ads and stuff help me be able to do that, because that's how YouTube makes money, and that's how they pay us to do it once you get past 1,000 subscribers and so many, I think 4,000 or 5,000 hours of watch time or something like that. Which, y'all, I'm also almost to 1 million views. So I've got 25,000 subscribers. I'm almost to 1 million views, which is insane to me. I don't even know how you can stand to watch me for that many times. But anyway, that was a little tangent. But I don't know how much revenue I make from the premium, but they do pay us a little bit for that too. But like I said, that doesn't matter if this channel grows and everything. It's not going to matter, premium or watching commercials or whatever. But if you do watch the commercials, I get paid a little bit more for that. But like I said, that's not my motivation for this anyway. So I make like zero from these lives, other than what y'all contribute to me. So that's and I appreciate everything that you do. But happy anniversary to you both. Paula, I appreciate that. This is weird. The comments below my live are the comments from Keto Twins. Well, that is weird. Is Keto Twins doing a live now too? Maybe they've joined us together so that so it's like a joint live. I have no idea. Janine says February will be 45 years for us. Congratulations to you. A little early. Sherry, I just finished my supper. I'm about to chow down on some peanut butter chocolate heaven bar. Absolutely. We need to make some more of those. Right now, I do not have any. We try to keep those in the fridge every week, so I don't have any right now. I made chicken Alfredo tonight with Miracle Noodles linguine. It was pretty good. Hopefully you made my version. I enjoy that a lot. Early, and I have a strange and wonderful relationship. He's strange and I'm wonderful. Yeah. It sounds like me. Better up close. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, I can't tell. See, to me, like when I look at my screen, like right now, it looks like I'm blurry and like the back's totally in focus. But then when I go back like this, then I don't know. It seems like I'm more in focus. But anyway, I don't know. Technology. I'm trying to do the best I can here. Truth Matter says you look fine either way. Some people don't know you can adjust the vid quality under tools. Yeah, I don't even have. Yeah, I've got to probably eventually get a new streaming software where I can share my screen and stuff, because I've got a lot of good ideas that I want to do for these lives, and also kind of hone in on the video quality a little bit. So I'll probably do that soon. I'm still drinking this coffee because after this, I got to finish up my video. So for this weekend, for Saturday. Joe says, in the long run, you can usually make more from premium viewers. You get paid for every minute a premium user watches. Now, if everyone wants to hold ad and click through every ad, you would make more. Okay, cool. So premium sounds like I would make more from premium. Joe 45, awesome. Yes, that is awesome. Truth Matters says, no, I had just finished watching a Keto Twins video as soon as the comments came with me. Well, hey, I hope my comments go onto their video because they got a whole lot more people that watch them, and that's all good. So hopefully hopefully all y'all's comments go onto their video and all theirs go onto this one, and we can all do just fine all together. Because that's the thing. There's a few people I really don't like that do keto videos, but there's a ton of them that I really do. That I think make good videos, are not disingenuous. Don't put like fake carb counts out there, which is the whole reason I don't put carb counts on my video. I figure if you can't take the 5 minutes it takes to calculate your own macros, then you're not really that concerned about it anyway. Yeah, some of them are just disingenuous, but the majority, I really like, have a lot of respect for. Watch a lot of their videos when I can. There's a couple I watch every time, Wes and Chris in particular, and then some of them I'll catch when I have time. But it takes a lot of time to do these videos, edit them, and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm up in the middle of the night a lot of times doing this stuff, which is why a lot of the times my comments are screwed up when I do the voiceovers and I say cornbread extract instead of mashed potato extract. But y'all just forgive me. I appreciate you watching, and just forgive my mistakes because they're gonna be there. So if you want a perfect video, then I ain't the one. But it's a little blurry either position you sit. I'm watching with no glasses. So yeah, I got kind of a cheap camera. Let me scoot back a little bit. Tell me if that's better. Only problem with that is I won't be able to see my comments if I sit all the way back here. But tell me if that's better. But anyway, I may get a Logitech camera. I've been watching one that I think would be really good because it kind of focuses in here and then makes the background a little blurry, like I do with my camera when I do my shots in the kitchen. So I may end up doing that because I don't want these to be bad quality. I want you to be able to see me and whatever. So let's see. What I like about being on keto is no calorie counting and eating rich fatty foods, meat, cheese, cream. I feel like I'm cheating and I don't crave the processed junk anymore. Yep. Yeah, that's the best thing about it is all the junk foods you really don't. You can really make good recipes that are real close to the originals. Using real ingredients too. So truth matters, you should definitely make that cheesecake. Make sure you set it in the fridge for 4, 5, 6 hours to get that cheesecake texture. Now you can eat it right out of the fridge, and that's what, like when we cut it on the video, that was like as soon as we finished making it, and it sat in there maybe for an hour or so, and we cut it. It's not quite as firm, but it's still great. It still tastes great. And, we were hungry. We weren't going to wait. But then when I did my taste test, it had sat in there for 5, 6 hours. And, actually, it sat in there overnight. So it gets that cheesecake texture after it sits in there. Because I was thinking when I had done the video, when I had tested it prior to that, I was thinking, because we cut it and I'm like, well, it's not quite the texture I want, so maybe I need to add a little gelatin in or maybe a little xanthan gum or something. And then the next morning when I got up, I'm like, oh, this is the texture that I wanted. So then I figured out that it just needed to sit in the fridge a little longer to get that texture. So a lot of times it's just experiments and figuring it out. And I didn't have to add anything into it extra. Just let it sit in the fridge and set up for a little while. So thank you, Joe. I probably just need another webcam. I need to look for a better one. This was it's a 4K webcam, but it was kind of cheap, which was what I could afford at the time. So maybe I can get something a little better. Yeah, for real, Janine. 45 years is an accomplishment. When the weather changes, I'll have more time to experiment, have lots of lawn to mow. 6 hours at my brother's next door and 2.5 hours from mine. I live on the farm I grew up on. Yeah, that's a lot of grass cutting. Hope you got some, you can listen to my lives as like a podcast while you're doing that. But hopefully you got something good to listen to that whole time when you're doing it. You look so far away back there. Yep. Well, sounds like I don't need to do this then. So we'll maybe I just need a better camera so it doesn't look so blurry. But we'll see. Little bloopers are entertaining. Just make the videos real. I actually prefer little flow ups. They're just fun. Please never try to be one of those perfect people. Boring. Thank you. Well, you'll like my video on Saturday then. There's a couple of things on there. I don't mind cheesecake pudding. No, absolutely. Yeah, the Logitech, that's the one I'm looking at, Joe. And I think that's going to work just fine. So I just gotta work it into the budget. I think other than that, everything looks pretty good other than that thing. I love my little light back there. And where's that right there? My little keto food pyramid. So as long as I got a camera that'll focus in on my face a little more instead of making it kind of blurry, I think we'll be all good for these. But I enjoy doing these, and I got a couple of people that are going to come on here with me soon. So we'll see how it goes. But if y'all don't have any more questions, I'm going to go and work on editing this video for you for this Snoop Dogg video for Saturday. And I hope y'all enjoy it. It was a lot of fun to make. It took a lot of time. Like I said, I was gonna do that video when I reached 1,000 subscribers. And I figured, well, what's the use in that? Because 1,000, nobody's gonna see it. Nobody will watch it. So now that all y'all are here, I can put that video out and hopefully you'll enjoy it. And it's a great recipe and it was a lot of fun to make, and hopefully it's a little entertaining as well. So that was my goal for it. Just don't have any heavy cream to make your cheesecake. Why don't you go get some? You've been working, you can afford a little bit of heavy cream. You've been working non-stop like I have. So you can go get you a little heavy cream. Have a great and cheesy night, everybody. Yep. Y'all have a good night. On the phone, you look fine, a little blurry on the 110 projector. Man, please don't put me on a 110-inch projector. That's got to look terrible. I feel bad for you. Had no idea if it was blurry. If it was, I wouldn't mind. I'm listening. Thank you. Yep. Hey, y'all have a good night. Yep. Paula, I'm going to get some rest as soon as I finish with this video. So I got to get that ready. And truth matters. I'm mowing. I'm listening to things I might run. Listening for things I might run over. All right. Well, good. Glad you're almost over that issue. Thank you, Law Nerd Papa. Appreciate you. Sherry, appreciate you. See y'all on the next one. And y'all don't miss the Snoop Dogg video on Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. I'll see y'all there. And I might make it a premiere so I can be on there to answer some comments live. So if you want me to do that, then put that down in the comments and I'll try to do that. Yeah, y'all hit the like button on your way out and I'll see y'all Saturday morning. I think I will make it a premiere. So y'all jump on 9 a.m. Saturday morning. I'll be on there to answer all your comments and we'll chat and have a good old time live. So I'll see y'all then.